After infiltrating Whitehall Castle under Roland's guidance, House Wolffort defeats Erica and Thalas, and blows up the ship that was the enemy's only means of escape. Now, all that stands in their way of recapturing the Crown City is General of Laura. Serenoa and his retinue proceed through the castle in search of her.
My blade shall attest to my convictions.
There they are.
Cordelia!
House Wolffort. I cannot say I am surprised.
General of Laura, release Queen Cordelia and surrender yourself to us. Thalas and Erica are dead. Your ship is destroyed. There is no one coming to your aid. Nowhere for you to run.
Maxwell! I knew you were alive!
What soldier worth her salt would forfeit her position without a fight? And even if he was a fool, Thalas was our Prime Minister. I am obligated to avenge him.
Then draw your weapon.
Wait! General of Laura is not an enemy to the kingdom. She has sworn herself to my service and to Glenbrook's protection.
So she can manipulate you to her own ends, no doubt.
No. The oath she spoke to me was true.
Queen Cordelia.
Please, lay down your arms. All of you.
I will not. Have you forgotten who forswore this kingdom and its royal family in the first place? Who invaded the Crown City and killed the king and Franny? Who exploited Glenbrook with no regard for its people?
We of Esfrost.
Tell me what you would call that if not evil.
And I suppose thieving into the Crown City and attacking without forewarning is justice.
I do not make such claims. And I know I cannot, until victory has been won.
Pretty words. So the winner takes it all. The castle, the queen, the right to claim justice. Is that what you desire?
That is all I have ever desired. Everything rests on this, Serenoa. We must do whatever it takes to win.
I know. No doubt Avlora will be the greatest challenge we've faced.
Indeed. She killed my master. Killing her will prove our cause is righteous. Come. Let us be rid of these Frosty bastards!
Forward!
I will crush you! My turn.
I won't lose! My lance strikes true!
Shall we dance?
Here I come. Focus. My pride is my shield. Yeah! Victory is ours!
I hope you're watching, Grandfather. Don't be afraid. I'll do my best. Whoopsie! I fight for peace. Let me heal your wounds. Victory goes to the quick. One step closer to our hope.
Time for some research.
Ice Wall!
Very well.
Forward!
Face me if you dare!
Time to work. Shadows conceal me.
Now what to do? I will end this.
My turn.
Face me if you dare! Any who do not wish to die would do well to withdraw. I will show no mercy. I'll cut you all down!
The hunt is on. Focus. Not another step.
Let me heal your wounds. Victory goes to the quick.
I can feel it! My time is now. The heavens raise! Let the show begin! Yee-haw!
Time for some sorcery.
Lightning!
Time for some research.
I do not miss. From where shall we strike? Perish!
Flee while you have the chance.
My turn.
I fight for peace.
Choices, choices. The hunt is on. Yeah.
I shall do what I can.
For one and all.
Thank you.
Behold true power.
The heavens ring!
This'll hurt. Suffer. I hope you're watching, Grandfather.
Ready or not, here I come! Ho!
Time for some research. Defeat is not an option. Wait your turn! I'm a fool.
Flee while you have the chance.
I will end this.
Too active worked!
My turn. Take that!
My turn.
Suffer. Shadows conceal me.
I will crush you! I struck you down with my own hand. So tell me, who are you behind that mask?
I am S. Frost's Bane. My mask stays on until the last handful of dirt falls upon your grave.
Or until I kill you and rip it from your face myself. My sword would like a word. So you survived, Dawnspear? No matter. I have beaten you once, I can do it again. My blade thirsts for another taste of your blood.
I was powerless then, but not now. I will strike her down and show my master how strong I've become.
Shall we begin?
I'm behind you.
Now then. The heavens ring! The heavens bless me.
Where was I? I do not live. That didn't work.
The hunt is on. Goodbye! Time for some sorcery. Lightning!
Let the show begin!
I will not give up. Not so long as I draw breath.
Impressed? Carefully.
This won't be easy.
Let me show you what I've learned. Flames, heed my call!
Flee while you have the chance. If I must destroy myself, so be it.
So, it falls to me.
I shall do what I can. Be at ease. Yes, this will do. I'll show you what I can do. Here I come. The heavens judge you!
The situation is grim.
What to do now?
Face me if you dare. I am finished.
Allow me. We can win this! For a better world. Now what to do?
Where was I?
Come on!
I have to do something. Lightning! I'll make you proud, Grandfather.
We've been weakened.
Be at ease. My time is now. The heavens raise! The hunt is on. Focus. Not another victory is ours.
Carefully. Ah!
You will not get the best of me!
It's not over yet.
My turn.
Come get me. Choices, choices. You won't know up from down. Life's a butterfly. I've never felt better. It hurts. I see right through you. I have to do something.
So, it falls to me.
We're done here!
My research bears fruit.
Behold true power.
Let me heal your wounds.
Be at ease.
My thanks.
Time to take flight. My arrow flies true. Take that! Victory is ours!
Here, go!
Forward! Now I end this! Where shall we strike?
Weakling.
I cannot lose. Stay right there! Choices, choices. Think you can catch me? Like a
You've left yourself open.
You will not get the— I do not need survivors.
We have won.
You are finished, General of Laura.
How have I failed?
Stop! Please, you've already won.
No, not yet. We cannot stand before the people and declare victory while our enemy yet lives.
This is the reality of war, Queen Cordelia. Do me the honor of witnessing my final moments.
General!
Glenbrook demands justice. Step aside, Your Majesty.
Then I beg you, as Queen of Glenbrook, do not do this. Spare her, please. I cannot bear this cruelty.
As you wish. Let us end this war and spill no further blood in its name. But the names of our murdered kin still cry out for vengeance. For them, I will see her dead.
Wait! Is that... Roland, is that you?
Roland Glenbrook. Back from the dead.
Let us settle this once and for all, Avlora.
What are you saying, Prince Roland?
There is no need for you to take such a risk.
No, but indulge me this one last time. Allow me to finish it on my terms.
Very well.
So you wish to duel me before the throne? Fine. I accept your challenge.
Not here. Come.
This is where I defeated Maxwell. You have a penchant for poetic justice, I see.
Mock me for being sentimental if you wish. I care not.
No, Princeling. 'Tis not something I hold in contempt. But your sentimentality will not save you from the same fate as your master.
Now! Victory is mine.
You fight well. Well enough to protect her. To protect Cordelia in my stead.
General of Laura!
Roland casts off his mask and defeats Avlora in a duel, though her body falls into the Nozelia River and is lost. After a momentary withdrawal, the Hyzantian forces attack the Crown City again when word of General Avlora's demise reaches them. The Asfrosti army folds quickly without anyone to lead them. House Wolffort defeats the remaining guards and seizes control of the castle. They secure the Crown City just as dawn breaks, though the battle has not left the city or its people unscathed.
It is finished.
But the road ahead is long and arduous. Glenbrook's wounds run deep.
So deep it makes me wonder if the kingdom will ever recover.
We will make sure it does. There is nothing the combined might of the Glenbrook royal line and House Wolffort cannot achieve.
Right you are. How glad I am to have you by my side, old friend.
Overwhelmed by the forces of House Wolffort, Esfrost's troops are scattered and driven from the Crown City. Glenbrook, at last, is free. Several days after this fateful battle, Queen Cordelia announces her intent to abdicate the throne and make way for another. Roland Glenbrook, his face no longer hidden from the world, will take his rightful place at the seat of power. With the prince's friends having only just finished grieving his death, and his enemies having only just finished toasting to it, this news shocks the foundations not only of Glenbrook, but of Nozelia itself. Prince Roland has proven his pedigree by storming the walls of Whiteholm and routing his enemies, delivering his sister to safety in the process. The prince becomes king, and condemns the schemes of Gustadolf, making known Esfrost's plot to usurp the throne. However, the people's reaction to this news is not quite a chorus of approval. It is plain that the ravages of war and the shame of subjugation have left an indelible mark on the once prosperous nation. Although the battle for Glenbrook is behind them, Serenoa and the rest of the city's liberators must make ready for a struggle of an entirely different sort.
Congratulations on returning to your rightful throne, King Roland.
Ah, you've returned. My friend, a word.
Yes.
I am honored to have had you by my side on this journey. To be able to call you friend.
As am I, Roland.
Your Majesty, representatives from Hyzant have arrived.
We shan't make undue demands of your time, King Roland. We've simply come to say farewell.
Without your aid, my people would still be under Esfrost's iron rule. Glenbrook owes you a debt of gratitude.
Consider the debt paid. The knowledge we gleaned of Elfric's capabilities was more than worth our troubles.
Indeed, it surpassed my every expectation. The Holy One is sure to be pleased with the results.
Your Majesty, can we trust you to lift the embargo and keep Esfrost subdued?
Of course. Lord Wolfort has promised his full cooperation in that regard.
Your Majesty, lest you misunderstand your friend's position, allow me to make one matter abundantly clear. Minister Serenoa is of the Saintly Seven. He is not to serve at your whims, but by the grace of the Hierophant.
I understand, but he is also a Lord of Glenbrook. More importantly, he is my friend. As such, I would ask for his assistance in the days ahead, as I have in days past.
Your Majesty, it is plain that the friendship between you two runs deep. However, the rules of politics are old and immutable.
And what does the Lord himself think of his new position?
Of course, I am grateful for the honor Hyzant has bestowed upon me. I will do all in my power to serve both the Hierophant and King Roland with all faithfulness.
In other words, the Hierophant does not have your full loyalty.
Well,
Glenbrook and Hyzant are to be two nations united in purpose. Surely it is reasonable that Lord Serenoa acts in service to both? Perhaps King Roland and the Hierophant should discuss my lord's role together.
You are right, of course. It is not our place to assume the goddess's intent.
Very well. I hope to meet with the Holy One as soon as my duties allow. I expect busy days ahead for you, Serenoa. Be prepared.
certainly, Your Majesty.
Milo shall stay in Glenbrook for the time being. If there is aught she can assist you with, consider her at your complete disposal. Remember, Milo, that you are the symbol of friendship between our two nations.
But of course, I live to serve, Minister.
And with that, we shall take our leave.
May we meet again soon.
They leave us with a spy. It seems we still haven't won their trust entirely.
Whatever secrets they uncover will only attest to our commitment to the friendship between us.
Still, their actions speak volumes. Their aid has not come without expectation of just recompense. Already they seek to make Lord Serenoa their puppet.
But we need Hyzant's aid to crush Esfrost.
By the same token, we cannot resist Hyzant without Esfrost's might. And once Esfrost is laid low, Glenbrook will have served its purpose. What then would stop Hyzant from tightening their grip?
Just as they did with the Rosal. The injustice I saw at the source is not something I'll soon forget. If you require proof of Hyzant's true nature, you need only remember.
I know. This country is my home. Built by my father and the kings before him. Safeguarded by my sister and generations of my forebears. I will rebuild it. Restore its glory and its pride. We will not be treated as dogs at the end of a leash.
For now, we must look within. Only after that work is done should we look without.
Oh, it's you.
May we speak for a moment?
Of course, brother. My apologies. I'm so happy you're alive. It's just... I believed you dead for so long.
I understand. But hiding from the world was the only way.
You needn't explain. I don't blame you in the least.
Thank you. About General Avlora.
Avlora... She was...
She was a servant of Esfrost. Our enemy.
I know.
Then you know there was no room for mercy. Not if we wanted to win back Glenbrook. Not if I wanted to rescue you from Esfrost's clutches. However, I thought you deserved to know. She did have parting words. She asked me to protect you in her stead. It seems she cared for you, in her own way.
She did. She was harsh, but always kind.
Our scouts are yet searching for her, but her wounds were grave. I fear when we find her, she will... Cordelia, what's wrong?
I'm fine. I simply need to rest.
Fine. I think not. I'll call a healer.
No. This whole time, I've refused to show even a moment of weakness. It seems my efforts have taken a toll.
You did well, sister. Now you may relinquish your burdens. I'm here, and I won't leave you again. But please, visit the infirmary. Some bed rest will surely set both of our minds at ease.
Thank you. I'm glad to see your trials haven't stripped you of your kindness. Welcome home, brother.
So, the Crown City has fallen. I see. And what of General Avlora?
She fell into the Norzelia River and has not been seen since.
And my siblings, Thalos and Erica?
They died, fighting bravely in battle. My condolences, Your Grace.
I understand. I have fewer pieces on the board than ever now.
Pieces? Really is true what they say about him?
It seems I was wrong to think that Hysant would remain idle. Or was my more grievous error to be taken in by the prince's false death? Regardless, I was a fool to show House Wolford any mercy.
Your Grace, reports from the battlefield tell of an unknown weapon being brought to bear against our forces.
Oh? Continue.
They say it sank one of our ships in a blast of purple.
Our iron, our pride, torn apart like sheets of parchment before a storm. We mustn't allow Hysant to think they've won the upper hand. I intend to answer their weapon with one of my own.
After retaking Whiteholm Castle, Roland assumes the throne. Joy over the return of the line of Glenbrook sweeps the kingdom. Yet not everyone is quick to welcome Roland back with open arms. Life under Frosty rule treated them well, and they suspect him to be naught but a figurehead of a puppet regime. Roland's absence, it seems, made room for discord among his subjects to flourish.
So that is what happened in my absence.
Yes. Gustadolf was a clever ruler. After the invasion, Patriot and his royalists cozied up to Esfrost in order to protect themselves. Gustadolf used them to his every advantage. He stripped them of their privileges and left them nothing but their governing responsibilities. I don't think Patriot much cared for that, but it did ensure everything continued smoothly, without interrupting the people's lives.
Now I understand why there was little unrest after the occupation began.
A clean, effective takeover by a well-seasoned commander.
But all the while, he was preparing to face the next conflict.
Wait, does he intend to march on Hyzant next?
I believe so. I wish I could be more specific. But the goddess's shield cannot protect the Holy State's capital from Esfrost. Not anymore. He said it will all be over once the death knell is ready.
What is this death knell?
A new weapon born from the coupling of his frosty ironworking and explosive projectiles. Thalas claimed it is powerful enough to break through the goddess's shield.
To think Esfrost is capable of creating such a monstrosity.
So much for their reign of peace. Taking over Glenbrook was only the first move in a bigger gambit to seize the source.
I am disturbed to learn of Gustadolf's plan. But rebuilding our capital must take priority.
Very well. We should investigate the extent of the damage and discuss how best to proceed from there. House Wolffort will lend whatever aid you need.
Thank you, Serenoa. But since you are one of their Saintly Seven now, I'd ask you to keep an eye on Hyzant as well.
Cordelia?
Apologies. A brief spell of dizziness.
I have been looking everywhere for you, Your Highness.
Patriot.
I do not recall giving you leave of the infirmary. Your injuries are still healing. Would you undo all the trouble I went through to get you the best of care? Pray, return to the infirmary at once.
It wouldn't do to push yourself, Cordelia. Rest now. Leave everything to me.
All right.
We got a pretty good understanding of the damage in the capital, my lord. It's a tad more than we were expecting.
I see. Then we must make haste with repairs. Let's report this to Hyzant and see what aid they can give us. Was there anything of note besides damage?
There ain't an easy way of putting this, but not everyone's exactly pleased to hear Prince Roland's returned. Esfrost exempted Glenbrook's subjects from the salt tax. Likely a bid to get in everyone's good graces. And a damn good one at that. But more than that, the so-called freedom Gustadolf brought to the kingdom seems to have made a splash. He threw out the old ways and made it so anyone could better their lot in life depending on their ability, instead of their birthright.
Just as in Esfrost.
Then the people must have looked quite favorably upon Gustadolf's rule.
I wager folks ain't too pleased to see us, since they figure it means things will go back to how they used to be.
Roland surmised as much. We must do something to show the people his is a return worth celebrating.
Anna, have you looked into the state of affairs in the castle?
Yes. The head of the Royalists, Minister Patriot, is extending his influence. He made quite the name for himself, even under Gustadolf. Though he seems eager enough to support King Roland, he was just as eager to serve the Archduke. I do not believe we can trust him.
Distinguished members of House Wolford, how hard you are all working to rebuild our capital. What a delightful thing to see.
Minister, you do us a great honor visiting us out of all the many other responsibilities that must vie for your attention.
Oh, come now, do not think yourself so insignificant. The entire kingdom owes you its thanks, myself included, of course. We are so grateful for House Wolford's aid, even though you now serve a different master.
We are only doing what any of King Roland's loyal vassals would.
Speaking of the king, I'm afraid we've a bit of a problem. His Majesty seems to be entertaining thoughts of retaliating against Esfrost. But the people have had their fill of war, and I'm sure you're already aware the people look upon the royal line with disfavor. I only beg you take every care going forward.
A warning.
Even so, there is naught we can do but focus on rebuilding.
Indeed. Let us return to the king and apprise him of our progress.
I would walk the city with Sheila a bit longer and speak with the people.
As you wish. But this is not the capital you knew. Be careful, my love. Roland, what are you doing out here?
There's hardly a better place to become lost in one's thoughts. Don't you agree?
I suppose. However, if aught weighs on your mind, it may serve you better to turn to a friend.
Then let me ask, do you believe me too immature for my station?
Not at all. Quite the opposite, in fact.
But the other nobles loved to gossip of my disinterest in politics and intrigue, and mocked my love of hawking.
You said it yourself. Gossip and sniping, nothing more. Pay no mind to nobles and their petty judgments. The people who matter, your subjects, hold you dearly in their hearts. Stories abound of their love for you.
Hey, go peddle your junk somewhere else.
And why would I do that, my good sir? I see no reason to forego such a bustling avenue simply to please a stranger.
A stranger? You're posted in front of my damn shop. You're stealing my customers from right under my nose.
Oh, I am? I'm not sure your lack of customers could be blamed on me. Surely the proprietor bears some responsibility for...
What bickering is this?
None of your business, whelp. Now leave us to our negotiations.
Prince Roland, is that really you?
A prince, you say? Well,
A distinguished gentleman such as yourself must be mortified to have your customers bear witness to this childish bickering.
I'm sorry, Your Highness. My temper got the best of me.
And you, merchant. If you mean to trade in Glenbrook, I trust you have procured the proper licenses and approvals.
Well, the process takes some days, you see. Pardon, Your Highness.
Then your business shall have to wait some days, it seems. Shall I summon a member of the Kingsguard to explain the law in detail?
No, there'll be no need of that, Highness. I'll just be on my way.
Thank you, Prince Roland. Come visit any time, and I'll let you have your pick of my wares.
Huh. Your place has always been with your people. You could walk down the main avenue and settle disputes with a single word.
Don't tell me you were watching. They were petty arguments, nothing more.
As petty as they might have been, you were happy to do it. What better proof of royalty is there than that?
But it wasn't because I was wise that I solved their problems. It was my name and status that lent my words weight. How do you imagine a kingdom with not a single dissatisfied soul would look?
That's a difficult thing to imagine.
Indeed. I suppose the best one can hope for is to do what we can, while we can.
Well, we can start envisioning such a nation. That one day we might build it. Together.
I like the sound of that. No doubt the answers we seek lie ahead, so long as we stay honest with ourselves. And so long as we work together, you and I, Serenoa.
Do you have a moment, Sheila?
Oh, Frederica. Is something the matter?
Well, I invited Serenoa to have dinner with me tonight.
That's wonderful. Are you cooking for him?
I am. I've been practicing with the book you gave me. I was hoping to finally show him what I've learned.
Then allow me to help. What are you making?
A warm soup full of meatballs. A hearty, meaty, savory stew to tickle the tongue and sate the stomach. Or so the book describes it.
That sounds like quite a mouthful, in more ways than one.
The author is rather verbose, yes. Anyhow, I also want to make an appetizer. Might you be able to lend a hand?
Cooking is hardly my specialty, but say no more. I'd love to.
Oh dear.
This is disappointing, to say the least.
And we're almost out of time. Serenoa will be back any minute now.
Excuse me, Lady Frederica. Lord Serenoa has just sent word that he has been held up at a meeting. He says there is a chance he may not even return tonight.
I see. Thank you for letting me know.
It sounds like your dinner may get postponed.
A blessing in disguise. It gives us time to cook this again and do it right this time.
Lord Serenoa may not even return tonight.
But there is a chance he might. And I refuse to disappoint him. Would you help me, Sheila?
Of course, Frederica. I shall do my very best to see this through with you.
I cannot thank you enough.
The vegetables are done, though they are a far cry from perfect.
The meatballs are ready too. Now all we have to do is stew them.
Frederica, I'm back.
Oh, welcome back.
It appears we've run out of time.
I was on my way here when something urgent came to my attention. I apologize for returning so late. I know we were supposed to have dinner tonight.
I am just happy you're here. Besides, I am the one who should apologize. I wanted to cook you a meal, but failed terribly on my first attempt, so it isn't yet ready. I'm sorry, Serenoa.
Don't look so down, Frederica. I was delighted when you asked me to share a meal. Now that I'm back, why don't I help you with the food?
Serenoa.
Thank you again for inviting me. I'm overjoyed we could spend this time together.
As am I. I enjoyed cooking with you as well.
The time we spend together is very precious to me. I regret that my duties have been keeping us apart lately. But when I noticed the sky was even more beautiful than ever this night, I hurried home, hoping we could gaze upon its beauty together.
It's strange. When I was in Esfrost, I would look up at the same sky. But it felt so much colder there. The stars seemed as if frozen. They did not twinkle the way they do now that I am with you, Serenoa.
Frederica, promise me that you will always stay by my side. I need you, now more than ever.
Of course, Serenoa. I wish to gaze up at the same sky, sit beneath the same moon, and walk the same path you do. Together, forever and always.
Under this tree.
This here's the land of the Jax clan. Or used to be, more like. That clasp on your chest, that's their sigil, if I'm not mistaken.
It's a memento from my parents. Or so I was told.
Aye, now that I'm looking for it, I can see the resemblance. Same silvery hair and everything. Villages near here met with a pretty terrible fate. They begged the armies to spare their fields. The only one who listened was one of House Wolfort's bannermen. No one was surprised, big war hero that he was. But by the time we got here, the Jax had been all but exterminated. He was digging graves for the dead, enemy and all. A hero and a gentleman he was. Names on the tip of my tongue.
Benedict.
Aye, that was it. Do you know the man? I'd like you to pass on my gratitude, if you do.
Thanks for showing me the way.
Your coin's all the thanks I require. If that's all you'll be needing me for, I'll leave you to it.
You make a poor stalker.
Ain't exactly what I'm built for.
You fought in the battle here, didn't you?
Benedict swore me to secrecy. But suppose it ain't break an oath if you already know. Oh, but first I ought to tell you. You've the right to the truth. And those ain't my words. They're his. That's why he never tried to stop you from finding out about your parents.
You know of their fate?
We drove the enemy up the cliff top. Cornered him there. The same instant we cut their leader down, a babe cried out in the distance. In the hideout, we found you, all swaddled up. A letter pinned to you with that same clasp on your chest.
Live strong, Anna. Stronger than any. I see now.
Your family died at our hands. If it's vengeance you want, you can take it out on me.
That doesn't sound like the Eredor I know. Do you think so little of me? To assume I would forsake my friend, bloody my hands with revenge. I know the truth at last. That is enough.
Is it, Anna? Or are you forcing it to be?
Don't be a fool. Benedict is the one who raised me. If I ever want for a father, I know where to find him. And when we've won this war, I shall make sure he understands that.
Made it in time.
Eredor, you came.
Lady Destra. Your mother was loved by one and all, my lord. Honoring her this day is the least we can do. Is it just you here, my lord?
We are beset on all sides by tasks large and small. I would not impose my familial obligations on the others.
Spoken like a true leader. Me and your mother may not have been family by blood, but duty bound us just as close.
I am sure she would have been overjoyed to see you by my side. I never had a chance to know her. My only memories are from stories others told me. And still, I somehow can feel the warmth of her embrace. Hear the loving sound of her voice.
She was smitten, that is true. She held on to you so tightly, I reckon not even the Dawn Spear could have pried you from her.
Did she?
Lady Destra's smile was brighter than the sun, and near as constant. She treated young Benedict and I like little brothers, though at times we weren't so deserving of her care. Even so, she always had a kind word, and worry enough to spare. There weren't a woman like her in all of Narzelia.
I did not know the bond between you three ran so deep. Benedict never mentioned it.
His lips aren't as loose as mine, especially when it comes to Lady Destra. Speaking of which, here. Your mother would have loved to get one of these from you.
A snowbell? My father mentioned her fondness for these flowers. Every year when I visited her, without fail, one of these would be placed in front of her grave. Was that you all this time?
Well, not exactly, my lord.
They're quite rare, are they not? I often search for them, but I have yet to see one in bloom. Where did you find it?
Well, I made a journey down south. Benedict insisted. Apologies for my absence, my lord.
There's naught to apologize for. 'Twas a thoughtful gesture, and I thank you for it. Somehow, I can feel Mother smiling down upon us.
More than I deserve, if I'm being honest.
there's already a Snowbell. Who could have...
Should have known. Nothing will stop him from his duty.
What was that?
It was nothing, my lord. Seems we're not the only ones carrying a torch for Lady Destra.
Indeed. We are fortunate to be part of such a close-knit house. And that is thanks to those who serve it. I trust I'll see you here again in a year's time, Eridor.
Of course, my lord. Snowbells might capture a moment in time, but your mother inspired loyalty for an eternity. At it again, eh? You know, even the Dawn Spear set down his weapon on occasion.
We are at war. I cannot hope to end it by being idle.
Spoken like a true member of the Kingsguard. You lot were always too serious for my tastes.
We were not serious enough. Where is the king we were meant to protect now? What will become of his kingdom? King Regna and Crown Prince Franny are no more. Only Roland and Cordelia remain. When I think of how lonely my charge must feel, I almost feel smothered by the guilt.
If he's lonely, he hides it well. Could be that losing his princely obligations has lifted a weight off his shoulders.
And who are you to speak on his feelings? His father ever doted on Franny. He knew precious few moments of his mother's love before she passed. Even so, he tried his utmost to never show weakness in front of his sister. He was there for her in the worst of times. There was never a place near the throne for him. Truth be told, Sir Maxwell was more of a father to him than anyone. I'd like to think I have been more than his guard. Oftentimes, I felt like his confidant.
You and Flugy are constant companions.
As I said before, my prince, he is more than my companion. He is the truest friend I could ask for.
A true friend? I must admit, I envy your relationship.
My prince, I did not mean to.
'Tis nothing to apologize for. I simply find the idea of soaring the skies with a true friend to be somewhat romantic.
You could do the same with the proper training. If it pleases you, my prince, I would gladly teach you.
You would? Then I gladly accept. I trust you will go easy on me.
I can promise no such thing. You must become as ferocious as a hawk yourself if you wish to ride one. War broke out soon after that. My promise to teach him is yet unfulfilled. So I will train, I will fight, until the skies are no longer clouded by the fires of war. Only then can I rest. Only then can we fly free. Perhaps then, with the wind in our faces, we can forget our stations, our titles, if only just for one moment.
What was that last part? You'll have to speak up.
Nothing. Nothing at all. Yes, it's back to training for me.
It's become late. We'd best keep an eye out for bandits.
You have a warrior's intuition. You needn't worry. I won't let us come to harm.
It takes no great intuition to see that this world is falling ever deeper into chaos. The reasons, however, remain elusive. Will we see our way safely through this darkness? I cannot say.
We have not but our duty, and mine is to Prince Roland, whatever might become of House Wolford.
I find your perspective refreshing. Although it may be direct, you walk the path you've chosen with confidence. On the other hand, I often feel that I'm fumbling. I had thought Gustadov to be a man of reason, but now I see that he will not hesitate to employ deceit to achieve his goals. In a manner of speaking, he and I are not so different. I, too, once hoped to have the influence to change the nation. At least, I told myself so. Really, all I wanted was to be free, and Frederica was simply a means to that end. As long as I had what I wanted, I had no great concern for what became of her.
Gila,
But this war has caused me to reconsider that. I realize that Frederica herself is worth caring for. She's not the sheltered princess I took her to be. Her wits are a match even for Benedict. She surprised me and shamed me. I was wrong to underestimate her, to define her by her birth and station. She represents my greatest failures as a teacher, but also my greatest success. For she has truly taken my lessons to heart. I see now there is no shame in serving another, and no shame in sacrificing my freedom for something greater. Oh, but perhaps I've shared overmuch. For some reason, I find it easy to talk with you.
the feeling is mutual. You are not so aloof as I thought.
I've just had a thought. When the war is behind us, I may very well open my own school. Of course, you would be welcome to join me. I would be master of the classroom, and you could be master of the training yard. We could teach our students the art of hawksmanship. Our riders would be first class. What should our school be named? You will come and teach with me, won't you?
Not half so aloof as I thought.
What's so urgent you can't let a man sleep?
Nothing less than the completion of my groundbreaking research, Eridor.
Oh. Well now, that is something.
Indeed it is. I've managed to thermodynamically stabilize the quasi-liquid film forming on the surface of the...
Yes, I've heard all that. Now tell it to me in words a man can understand.
Right. Well, in layman's terms, I have created ice that never melts.
See how simple... Did you say ice that never melts? That's my impressive and all, but what actual good does that do anyone?
My dear, sweet, simple Eridor. We can use my creation to forge weapons with no need for iron.
Sounds useful, if it works as you say. But how's the durability?
Silly soldier. Do you take me for a fool? Of course I tested their durability. Worry not. A prototype shall arrive shortly. I bid you try it out for yourself. For better or worse, you're the most experienced soldier I know. And so I'd have you handle it first.
That sounds big and important. I reckon I'll take you up on it.
What news? Surely it's finished by now.
Afraid not. I come bearing unfortunate news from the smithy. It seemed plenty sturdy at first, but shattered the moment he took a hammer to it. He says it has a long way to go before it can be used in place of iron, I'm afraid.
Preposterous! My calculations were impeccable. Surely I have not forsaken my homeland in pursuit of a fool's errand.
That's all a bit dramatic, isn't it? You can't have a breakthrough without breaking a couple of ice blades. You know what'd wash away all that pain? A nice cold glass of spirits. Spirits? That's it! That unmelting ice of yours could chill him forever, could it not? Groundbreaking indeed. This invention of yours could still take the world by storm.
And I reckon the army'd have use for it as well. It'd keep our rations from going off. Weapons be damned. You've done very important work.
The fact remains that my calculations were in error. So forgive me my reluctance to.
Less sulking, more drinking. You succeeded, haven't you? Right then, this'll be my treat, and I won't be turning in till you do.
Very well. Scientific breakthroughs never come easily, I suppose. Perhaps my next experiment shall be seeing how many rounds my everlasting ice can chill. Right then, to the encampment with us. 'Tis time for a drink or three.
That's the spirit. It's probably I won't have to haul your drunken ass home this time.
Tell me, why did you bring me all the way out here?
Was something unclear in my explanation?
Well, truth be told, I was clutching to the hawk for dear life. I could not make out a single word of what you said.
Well, then perhaps it's best to simply show you.
What? Who? Oh, it can't be.
Izana, my love. I'm overjoyed to see you unharmed.
You're alive! Where have you been? I looked for you. I looked.
I caused you worry, and for that I am truly sorry. I went to meet you, but on the way realized that you were being Hyzant's watchdogs. I threw myself at them to serve as a distraction. You managed to escape, I see, so my efforts were not in vain.
You fool! You should not have worried about me. What did they... What's wrong? Are you wounded?
The goddess of salt has scant mercy for those who have renounced her. The marks her scorn left remind me of their presence on cold nights like this. The night I escaped, I fled to my home. However, I returned to naught but ashes. So I fled further, deep into the mountains. There I found refuge with a kindly old woman, where I've lived ever since. Until now, that is.
You asked me for my assistance, and I am as good as my word. I hope my efforts did not disappoint. I expect you two have much to talk about. I shan't disturb you any longer.
Mistress Huette here explained to me how you've come to be in their service. I would give anything to aid you in your fight.
Say no more. Do not worry, my love. Leave everything to me. I shall bring this war to an end, so that no more innocent sacrifices are made upon altar of faith. But for now, let me spend this night by your side.
Lord Serenoa, may I speak with you?
About that noblewoman, yes? Eridor's told me what happened.
Forgive me. I know that I should have waited for your orders before acting. But I could not leave that woman to her devices. The longer the war goes on, the more the people suffer. I imagine their feelings toward their rulers must be souring. In spite of this, that woman tried to use your name to wrest their food away. Had we let her go free, people would have thought she was acting on your orders, and their mistrust of you would have only grown. I believed we had to show them that soldiers stand for justice, and acted. I accept whatever punishment you deem fit.
There will be no punishment, for you have committed no wrong.
My lord.
Anna looked into her. It seems that woman's ill repute dates back to her days in Glenbrook. Likely, she thought to obfuscate her misdeeds in the Crown City by hiding within my troops. But she wasn't able to conceal her true self in the end. I suppose she thought to earn my favor with the stolen food. Unfortunately for her, she misjudged my principles.
Lord Serenoa.
Forgive me for my oversight in her. I shall take all necessary precautions to ensure nothing like it happens again.
So, you aren't upset with me for throwing a noblewoman in jail?
Had I been in your position, I would have done the very same. For her misdeeds in Glenbrook and the crime you caught her committing, I shall order her banished at once. She will never again be welcome in the Wolfort domain. Let it serve as a deterrent to any others who would prey upon the common people. It is rare that I meet someone so committed to holding those of high birth accountable for their actions. I hope you will continue to do so. House Wolfort must be a house the people can trust.
Of course, my lord. You have my... I knew I made the right choice. Unlike Patriot, Lord Serenoa is a man worth serving. Yes, I finally found where I am meant to be. Cannot rest on my laurels. Yes, I must serve my new lord as best I can. This place was host to a battle not long ago, wasn't it?
We have come here to help. Let us offer what relief we can.
I never imagined the war would spiral this out of hand. Before the fighting started, all I cared about was becoming the realm's greatest blacksmith. I dreamed of forging the perfect weapon, a testament to strength. But what is strength, truly? Of late, I have pondered much on that question.
And have you arrived at an answer?
Well...
There they are! Thanks for the sweets you gave us. Hey, let's play a game!
Very well. What shall we play? Apologies, Iens. You may return. You needn't wait for me.
Come on! Over here!
I believe I may have found my answer, Lord Serenoa. Courage, kindness, warmth that kindles a smile upon a child's face. The fortitude to keep fighting, no matter what trials you may face. Through it all, your heart remains unbent and unbroken. That is what will end this war. You, my lord, and the unmatched weapons you carry within you.
Hey, you should play with us too!
If you insist, here I come!
Damn it all. At this rate, I'll never come close to carrying on Grandfather's legacy. Maybe I was never destined to be a great mage after all.
Ow! It hurts!
Oh no, the poor child's fallen.
Hey there, are you hurt?
Ow! It hurts so bad I can't even stand!
Not to worry. I'll fix you right up, so dry those tears.
Really?
Yup. The pain will disappear like magic. You'll see.
Wow! It doesn't hurt anymore. Thanks, sir. Grandma, look! My leg's all better now!
Well, I'll be. Thank you so much for healing my grandson.
You don't need to thank me. This is nothing.
Those robes. You wouldn't happen to be a student of the Archmage Grandante, would you?
You know my grandfather?
Oh, of course I do. What a great man he was, always using his magic to help those in need, much like you. I was just one of many whose lives he saved. Why, that was over 30 years ago. I lost my house to the fires of war and nearly my life along with it. But he quenched the flames with his spellcraft and healed my burns. Had it not been for the Archmage Grandante, I would not be here today. I am forever in his debt.
Even though Grandfather's name was erased from Hyzant's records, his memory lives on in the people he helped.
It sounds like he was a truly amazing man indeed. And I know he would be proud of you for following in his footsteps.
Do you really think so?
I do. And I have no doubt that one day you will restore the glory to your grandfather's name. No matter what the Ministry does to erase his existence, his spirit lives on through you.
Right. But I must keep practicing, that I might help even more people with my spells. Just watch me, Grandfather. I'll restore the honor of your name if it's the last thing I do.
Thank you for journeying all this way to assist us, Medina. I fear the healers in this region are otherwise occupied today. You have my apologies.
No need to apologize. You may call on me whenever you're in need.
I have 2 wounded here. One of our own, and an Frosty.
The cause of all our strife in the flesh. Treating the enemy first? Have you lost your mind?
His wound is far more grievous. We must tend to him or he will die.
What fealty have we to those who robbed us of our king? Who would drive us to ruin?
We may have no fealty to his nation, but we have a duty to him, as a man whose life depends on us. Leave your talk of allies and enemies on the battlefield. It has no purchase in a place of medicine. As long as I practice the healing arts, it is my duty to save them both. They should be able to get some rest now.
That was incredible, Medina. I am sorry for what I said earlier. I was not myself.
All is forgiven. At one time, I would not have challenged you.
Would that I had your courage.
You can. Simply keep your desire to help those in need first and foremost in your mind. The rest is sure to follow.
There are more who accepted Esfrost's rule than I imagined.
Glenbrook's history is long. Yet, that is why hierarchy and precedent hold sway. This is a stubborn land, my lady, not given to easy change. Though Archduke Gustadolf, acting in the name of freedom, granted privilege after privilege to the powerful. For people used to Glenbrook's rigid customs, I suppose that sort of change must have been too seductive to resist.
Perhaps, but his freedom was naught but greed and cruelty.
Lady Frederica, I've been searching everywhere for you.
A Wolffort messenger! Did you run all this way? What's happened?
My lady, I hail from Castle Wolffort, bearing tidings of Lord Simon.
Has he awakened?
He has. He is in high spirits and recovering well. And he is most pleased to hear of the capital's recapture. He bids you visit Castle Wolffort so he can honor you himself.
Oh, I must bring these glad tidings to Serenoa at once. How long it has been since I've seen him smile.
There is one more bit of news I have for you, my lady, but it is not so happy.
Is there some sort of trouble in the Wolffort domain?
Bandits are laying waste to the Rosellan village. To our shame, Castle Wolffort does not have enough soldiers to stop this. We would beg Lord Serenoa's wisdom in this matter.
The enemy must be powerful indeed. We cannot leave the Rosellan village defenseless.
Let us inform the others. Messenger, with us.
Well, well. Things are about to get interesting.
A coronation ceremony. Certainly there are more important matters to focus on right now.
A coronation is important to assuage the people's fears and restore their faith, besides which it is the royalists' most fervent wish. A kingdom is only truly as strong as people believe it to be, and right now the world believes Glenbrook weak. The ceremony will be a display to the contrary.
Is this truly the remedy our situation calls for? Right now, I imagine the people care only for where their next hot meal will come from.
Rest assured, sire, House Wolffort will see your subjects shan't go hungry. But trust me when I say nothing will hasten Glenbrook's return to her former glory so much as announcing the return of Regna's rightful heir. To win your subjects' hearts, you need do nothing but ascend to your position upon the throne.
You mean sit my royal backside on a fancy chair?
In a manner of speaking. A king's duty is first and foremost serving as his kingdom's symbol. You needn't trouble yourself with day-to-day governance. We will assume that burden. After all, you have only just been crowned.
There will be no ceremony. The people will tell us what they need, and you will listen to them, Patriot. That is my command.
As you wish, King Roland.
How fare things, Huette? Have the relief supplies been given to those who need it?
Well, we had received a sizable shipment of goods from Hyzant, but there are complaints. It seems very few of those goods have made it into the hands of the people.
And why is that?
We aren't certain, though apparently Patriot and the Royalists involve themselves with the distribution.
Damn those Royalists! They cannot be left to their own devices.
House Wolfort and Minister Exham's forces have reclaimed the Crown City. And not only that, they have dealt a heavy blow to the Esfrosti forces in killing Thalas and other commanding officers.
We couldn't have hoped for a better outcome.
Oh, to see Gustadolf's face when he hears the news. Now he'll have no choice but to come crawling to us on hands and knees, begging for salt. Though, this could be our chance to crush the duchy once and for all.
Just because they're licking their wounds does not make them easy prey. They still have their iron, after all.
Ha! Iron. We can get iron. All we need do is make Glenbrook hand over the Grand Norzellian mines to us. A paltry price to pay for our bountiful aid in their restoration of the Crown City.
The Grand Norzellian mines. The spark that lit the flame of Esfrost's aggression. But why go through the trouble to seize an iron source when they have all the iron they could ever need? I should have Milo look into the matter.
Minister Idor?
Well, regardless, we control the salt. I say we bide our time until Esfrost admits they are defeated. Besides, Glenbrook seeks our aid in their reconstruction efforts, do they not?
Yes. King Roland and Minister Serenoa have both asked for help and sent reports detailing the extent of the damage to the Crown City.
Send forth a veritable bounty. To Minister Serenoa of the Saintly Seven, that is.
Ah, yes. A show of the goddess's grace to the people, and as a wedge to drive between him and the king.
Esfrost, Glenbrook. They will both be ours before long.
Thank you all for helping to determine the extent of the damage to the capital. This information will be invaluable as we proceed with reconstruction. There is also happy word from Castle Wolfort. My Lord Father is awake. They say he is recovering apace, already up and walking.
Those are glad tidings indeed.
He says he would like to see us and hear of all that has passed while he was taken ill.
Then what are we waiting for? I'll saddle the horses.
Would that we could depart at once, but the messenger brought another piece of news.
Bandits plague the outskirts of the Rosellan village.
Jerome and his folk are there. They can handle a few mangy thieves, surely.
Not according to the messenger. The bandits are proving a formidable foe.
Which is why they have asked us for aid.
Apologies for my tardiness. It's sudden, I know, but I must ask you a favor.
What is it?
I suspect Patriot and his royalists of filching relief supplies.
We've no proof it's them, but the fact remains. The people in most need of those goods are not receiving them.
The matter warrants investigating at the very least, and I would ask for Wolfort's assistance.
I see. Well, we were just discussing what we ought to do next. to explain 3 courses of action before us. 1. Return to Castle Wolffort as my Lord Father requests. 2. Defend the Rosellan village from bandits. Or 3. Remain in the capital to investigate the Royalists.
Lord Simon has recovered. What splendid news. If I could only go to him myself and thank him for all House Wolffort has done. But I can't leave the capital in the throes of a possible scandal. Too many hold the royal family in contempt as it is.
That may be the case, but now that Lord Simon has awoken, someone must make sure he is healthy and apprise him of recent events. I would go to Castle Wolffort, Lord Serenoa, if it pleases you.
My heart breaks for the Rosellan village. Let me go to its defense, even if I must go alone.
I cannot allow that. It's far too dangerous a task for one person.
Well, I would have the Wolffort soldiers with me, of course. Besides, do you recall our first meeting?
Of course I do. You were being assailed by rogues at the port.
If you hadn't been there, who knows what would have become of me. But I am not as weak now as I was then. I am stronger, enough that I shall bring no dishonor to House Wolffort's name. My lord, have faith in me. Let me do this.
Very well.
It seems best that Benedict, Frederica, and I each attend to these pressing matters, separately.
Indeed, but the rest of us cannot be in 3 places at once. We can only choose one path to take. Bring the scales of conviction.
Lord Saranoa. Indeed.
Listen, lad. I feel this in my gut.
It is time to cast our votes. We have 3 options before us. Return to the Wolfort domain, depart to the Rosellan village, or stay in the capital. Approach the scales of conviction with your at the ready.
You have my vote.
Just can't see it your way.
The scales of conviction will illuminate the path we've chosen. The way forward is decided. We remain in the capital with Roland and investigate the truth behind the Royalist plot. I shall remain in the capital and help King Roland investigate the Royalists.
I am in your debt, my friend. Having you by my side is a tremendous boon.
Then I shall venture to the Wolfort domain and make our report to Lord Simon in your stead.
And I shall see to the Rosellan village. I shan't be gone long, worry not.
Then this is farewell for now. Frederica, Benedict, until our reunion in the capital.
With peace tentatively restored to the Crown City, House Wolfort's members scatter to the far corners of the domain. Benedict returns to Castle Wolfort alone. Likewise, Frederica tends to her own in the Rosellan village. Saranoa and King Roland, meanwhile, begin investigating a cabal of royalists, bent on regaining their lost power and influence.
Why would you take what little aid the crown has given us? Have you no heart?
Watch your words. The royal family entrusted House Consort with the minutiae of daily governance, and our priorities have changed. These provisions were deployed without any care, and are to be collected and redistributed in line with the royal family's wishes.
But we've already eaten the food. Our children were starved, sir.
I accept your confession. You shall answer for the crime of embezzling from the crown.
You're not serious.
We're sorry.
Don't apologize to them. They're royalist scum. And they can't take away what they didn't give in the first place. We know Hyzant sent the provisions.
The boy's right. House Wolford arranged for them. You've no right to reclaim what you never owned in the first place.
You pathetic peasants. Do you not see that they are the root of your suffering?
I see it as thanks to them that you nobles still have a kingdom in which to parade around and lord your station over us.
Neither the royalists nor the crown have done aught to help us. You stood idle while Esfrost invaded us, while they ruled us with an iron fist.
She speaks true, and even worse, you nobles rushed to Gustadolf's side. Yet here you stand, with the gall to accuse us of crimes against the crown. You seek to hide your own treachery.
No.
I'd sooner bend the knee to Esfrost all over again than have a traitor to the crown darken my door.
Not content with embezzlement, you would add treason to your list of crimes. Crimes for which you shall now pay.
Ah!
Ah!
No!
Mom! Dad!
You fiend! There's nothing noble about you! We've suffered enough. It's time we fought to keep what's ours.
Kill every last one of these traitorous curs.
What do you think you're doing?
Cease this madness at once, Patriot!
I beg you, calm yourselves. It's Lord Wolford himself!
Why have you turned your weapon on the people? Explain yourself.
They are not our people. They are filthy insurrectionists who would overthrow the royal family.
Stay with me, please! Mother! Father!
Mama! No!
So you commit murder in their name?
There are Esfrosti sympathizers in our midst who must be reminded of the royal family's primacy. I will not see the throne usurped again.
Lord Svarog, you've been summoned to the capital with regard to the death snow. How long do you intend to defy the Archduke's orders?
I've no time for his trifling inquiries, now that Glenbrook has been wrested from our hold. I fear an assault on the duchy is imminent. We must fortify Twins Gate.
Such an order would be mine to give, not yours.
Begone! I was a fool to think you could protect the duchy's lands.
The Archduke shall render his judgment.
Damn his judgment, and everything it has wrought! Leaving that fool Thalys in charge of Glenbrook brought this upon us.
I shall pass your words on to him, then.
See that you do, messenger boy. And let him know that if he wishes for me to follow his orders, he will speak the truth and nothing but.
Must you go, sir?
I regret to say I must. I have been idle for long enough. But know this, I shall forever be indebted to the Roselle. I know not why fate delivered my battered body to the shores of your village, but I am fortunate that it did. I owe my life to your kindness. Thank you.
You'll have no debt with us. We only did what was right. But where will you go? Safety is a luxury few are afforded these days.
The war rages still, and so long as it does, I must fight with every inch of my being to end it.
A single man can't fix this tangled mess of a world.
Ah, but I am not alone. Every moment my allies risk life and limb without me is a moment I owe them for their bravery. I must rejoin them at once.
I see there's no convincing you otherwise. Very well. But we expect to hear news of your victory soon.
I sense the world is on the cusp of great change. Change for the better. When it comes, let us celebrate its arrival together. Well met, friends. I require passage to see Lord Serenoa.
And who are you? If you want an audience, you'll have to wait behind the rest.
Wait. That cape, it can't be.
You're Sir Maxwell. My lord, Sir Maxwell has returned.
My apologies for my abrupt departure, my lord. Full glad am I to see you have managed without me.
Sir Maxwell, you're alive.
Aye, and none the worse for wear, I hope. It seems fate would have me take up my spear once more.
Where have you been? We all feared the worst.
Avlora's fell blow cast me into the river, and its cold embrace washed away my memories, along with my pride. I awoke in a village of kind-hearted folk. I might have stayed there, blissful in ignorance, had news of your exploits not reached them. It was then that old memories stirred, prideful memories, painful memories. My purpose became clear. I must end this war or perish in the attempt. I hope that I have not come too late to make a difference.
Of course not. We would be honored to have you fight by our side. I only hope you can say the same for us, Don Spear.
The insurrection is quelled, for now. Our physicians report that townsfolk and royalists alike suffered grave wounds in the fighting.
I take solace only in the fact that no lives were lost. You see the same thing as I, do you not, Serenoa? Patriot and his sympathizers seek to take back by force the power they fear they've lost.
They were some of the first to bend to Gustadolf's will. I reckon that guilty conscience is why they're lashing out now.
And the people are with them. Resentment against my family grows by the day. I pray I can bring them back into the fold, but the odds are against me.
You put it lightly, my king. The strength of Patriot and his ilk lie in their connections. Though it pains me to say it, you'll not rule the kingdom without their cooperation.
We must work to change their minds.
Nay, time lost is trust lost. We must be swift and decisive. We must seize Patriot and his conspirators at once. I shall banish them from the kingdom myself. I expect we'll have little trouble once we've made an example of Patriot.
Stem the tide of this bloody river we find ourselves in, eh?
Cordelia's state is an impediment to your plan. The royal physicians, under Patriot's command, tend to her now. They're like as not to take her hostage if you act rashly.
That is why we shall seize him in the streets, where he'll not have Cordelia to use as a shield.
And people will see the royal family will not submit to an aggrieved royalist. Yes, this may work.
Lend me your aid, Serenoa. I've not put my title as king, but rebuilding Glenbrook will take might.
I have every confidence in your abilities, my king, as does House Wolfort. We stand with you.
Thank you, dear friend.
Pray spare us a crumb. I beg you.
Never! You deserve to starve after kissing the frosty boots that crushed our necks!
Says the man who bellowed "Long live the Duchy" every time he saw one of them walk past.
There were scores of us! You plan to report me and half the kingdom for that?
This frosty rule has broken our kingdom. And so help me, I shall see it rebuilt under my rule.
You misunderstand, surely. Why must I pay so much to simply reopen my stall?
We know that you did business with the Isfrosti army. They made you quite wealthy, as I understand it, and Glenbrook saw none of your ill-gotten gains.
Nonsense. We were free to do business as we pleased under the duchy's rule.
A bold statement. One that could be easily taken as criticism of the crown. It sounds to me as though you wish to incite an insurrection.
I would never. Please, I can pay. Just let me pay and be done with it.
Of course you can pay. That is the duty of every subject in Glenbrook. But what of your words, which wound the royal family so?
A tithe, then, for our beloved and benevolent royal family. Pray deliver it to them, good sir.
I see you've learned your lesson. King Roland will be glad of it.
That shameless cur!
I can bear no more of this, Your Majesty.
Nor can I. Seize Patriot.
Practice makes perfect.
On my honor as king!
Ah, Your Majesty. Sent the Wolfort dogs to sniff around at me, did you?
Nay, I saw all of it with my own eyes. You shall be punished for invoking the royal family's name to line your own pockets.
And then who will help you rule your precious kingdom? House Wolfort? I think not. You're a fool if you think you can rule hand in hand with your vassals. You are being used, but are too blind to see it.
I would do no such thing.
Aye. Everything is of my own will, and mine alone.
Your will? You're as naive as I feared. Glenbrook cannot be ruled with the iron fist of the Esfrosti, nor the religious zeal of the Hyzantians. No, Glenbrook must be ruled with careful mediation between the royal family and its loyal subjects, and that is why you need us. King Regna and Prince Franny understood this so well, I assumed their aptitude to be hereditary.
You dare suggest I am not fit for the throne?
Suggested. I know it to be true. Why else would I dirty my hands if not to make you face the truth? You have lost the ability to distinguish between friend and foe, and now House Wolfort shall usurp the throne.
Hold your tongue, or I shall have you charged with treason.
Surrender quietly, or be cut down where you stand.
If only you had known your place. But you just had to follow your full convictions. You have poisoned King Roland's mind long enough, and now you must die for it. So help me, I will open your eyes to the truth, my king.
Brother! I come to your aid.
Cordelia, what are you doing here?
I overheard the healers talking amongst themselves. The people suffer at Patriot's hand. I cannot lie abed in the face of such cruelty.
Are you well enough to fight?
Am I not a member of the royal family? I will fight for our people in any condition.
I see it is obstinance that runs in the family. So be it. Clearly, you've outlived your usefulness.
dare attempt such treachery when we've only just reclaimed what is rightfully ours?
You've reclaimed nothing. Glenbrook lost its king, then suffered the Esfrosti invasion. We barely had time to catch our breaths before a new king was crowned. Those who bent the knee to Esfrost have thrived. Those who resisted are dead or dying. The nobles and commoners have never been further apart. Do you think this land will unite under you?
You're damned right it will. I'll restore this kingdom to its rightful glory! Forward!
You'll pay! Must I do everything myself?
Charge! This is where you fall!
Prepare to face the Dawn Spear. You can't save yourself.
Time to take flight. Darkness engulfs you.
Now it's my turn. Well, congratulations are in order.
If I fall, so too does the kingdom. I must not fall. Good try.
I hope you're watching, Grandfather. Don't be afraid.
Ow! Ow! Ow!
I'll take it from here. I will do what I can.
I shall do my best.
Let me heal your wounds.
This is what I do.
Sorry to worry you.
Time for some research.
Allow me to aid you, dear brother.
My sister, your skills in healing are a boon to all.
And so the royal family stands united. Patriot, you will answer for your misdeeds. I won't hold you back.
You're a lifesaver.
For the honor of House Wolfort.
Death from above! Ha-ha! You'll pay for this!
Charge!
I'm cutting you off.
I shall protect you. Farewell.
Here I come. darkness, this battle is won!
Leave everything to me. Get out! Well, that worked. They got me.
I'll take it from here.
There! It's no use!
Time for some sorcery. The fruits of my studies! Let's go! Stay with us!
From where shall we strike?
Ah! You've done enough damage.
We mustn't lose heart.
For one and all.
Much appreciated.
My turn. Yes!
Prepare to face the Dawn Spear!
Leave it to me! Too slow!
The hunt is on. From this range.
Come on, then. Hey, yeah! Ho-ho!
None of you will survive this.
Don't you underestimate
I
me!
have to do something. I can do this.
For the honor of House Wolford.
Ha-ha!
Let's go! Stay with us.
I shall do what I can. Start the fight anew.
Charge! You've left yourself open.
I shall protect you. You can't save yourself. Yes!
Time to take flight. My arrow flies true. Take aim. This battle is won.
Come on, then. This might sting some. Well, congratulations are in order.
None of you will survive this!
I have to do something. The fruits of my studies!
Defeat is not an option.
Yes! I won't hold you back.
Let me heal your wounds. Your wounds are...
Thank you. None of you will survive this. Get back, people, for victory! This is where you fall!
I shall protect you. Your final moments approach. Not my turn!
The hunt is on.
Yes, surround yourself with sycophants and stifle dissent. You'll be a fine tyrant.
What did you say to me?
Kingdoms run on coalitions and compromise, King Roland, not dreams.
How can we birth a better future if we do not dream it first? You had best rethink your words if you wish to live, Patriot!
This ain't good.
Well met!
Good try!
My turn now. This is bad.
Defeat is not an option. Now I end this! You'll pay for this! Mark!
Cool heads shall prevail.
Thank you, friend.
Be at ease. You saved my neck.
Charge! I will go, yes!
I shan't hold back. Behold!
What's all right through you?
Impressed?
Go! Time to take flight. I will fight to my last breath.
I won't hold you back. May this be
I
enough.
appreciate it.
I've done it! I hope you're watching, Grandfather. Don't be afraid.
Bit of a bind, this. Falls all right
This
through ya.
bout is mine.
None of you will survive this. This is how I win.
Shall we begin?
Your wounds are... You're a lifesaver.
From where shall we strike?
That hit the mark. My turn. Brace yourself! Hello! Ha-ha!
I shall protect you.
This battle is ours. I won't miss. Darkness engulfs you.
You're making a grave miscalculation. Under what pretense do you lay the blame at my feet? You'll not find a greater royalist in these lands. Tell them, Cordelia. You know what I did.
Indeed. I sought your counsel while under Gustadolf's rule. But those who would sow discord between the people and the royal family must be destroyed.
Impressed?
Let's go! Back on my feet.
This will help. None of you will survive. Don't you underestimate me.
I hope you're watching, Grandfather.
Leave everything to me.
Defeat is not an option. That hit the mark.
I shall protect you.
Allow me.
Let me heal your wounds.
Make the most of this.
I won't let you down.
My turn.
You've done enough damage.
Mark!
This battle is ours. I won't miss. You'll get no mercy from us.
Here I come.
They got me.
Ready to see it start. I'll make you proud, Grandfather. I can do this. I must do my duty.
I shall do what I can.
Your wounds are...
Thank you.
On my honor as the Dawn Spear. Behold!
You have earned your reputation well, Wolfort. Here I thought I was prepared.
I believe he has suffered enough. Might we show him a measure of mercy?
Now is no time for mercy. The royal family must rally together. We must expunge all who would tear us apart.
Just gotta do it. Was nice knowing ya.
For the honor of House Wolfort.
Once more! That
won't
went
lose.
well.
Get back, you fool!
The hunt is on.
I hope you're watching, Grandfather. I won't hold you back. I'm here.
Thank you. Damn. Away with you!
I shall protect you. Your defenses crumble. That went well. Well, just as I planned.
For the honor of House Wolford.
This ends here.
It will take more than my head on a pike to unite the people. They are driven by more than vengeance. You have sealed your family's fate.
I swore to restore Glenbrook, and I shall see it done no matter the cost. I thank you for your service, Patriot. You are a true hero, Cordelia. We would be lost without you.
I did what needed to be done.
My fair people, Patriot's tyranny ends here. Know that he suffered a punishment befitting his crimes. Now we can restore our home in peace. Pray, good sir, why do you quake with fear? No harm can befall you now.
Thank you, my king. I shall pay what tax I owe in due course. You have my word. Please, have mercy.
Whatever do you...
Welcome home, King Roland. Gaze upon what your flight from the kingdom hath wrought.
Silence! Esfrost's aggression is the cause of this.
Or so you'd like us to believe. Did you see how ruthlessly he cut down his trusted advisor, Patriot?
King Roland is a fearsome tyrant indeed.
Esfrost was never so cruel.
I promise you, they will understand in time.
I pray you're right.
Is that not the girl whose parents were attacked by Patriot's men?
Attacked and gravely wounded, yes. I fear there's naught I could say that would make amends for what happened. How fare your parents?
What do you think you're doing?
Why? Why would you do that?
What in the...
Hold! I beg your forgiveness. She's not been herself ever since our parents passed.
But there were no casualties.
Not officially. The physicians refused to admit them. They tended to the wounds of the Royal Guard and Princess Cordelia first. We couldn't staunch the bleeding on our own.
No!
I had no idea.
Liar! You told them to do it, didn't you? You killed our parents!
I didn't. I would never order such a thing.
This is all your fault! You should never have come back! At least tell me why. Tell me why my mother and father had to die.
I don't know what to... They...
Please forgive us. We won't speak ill of the royal family ever again. We'll do as we're told. Heavens forbid, should we commit a crime, I shall bear the punishment. Just promise to leave my dear sister alone.
This isn't your fault.
She's right. You brought none of this upon yourselves. I bid you lay the blame at my feet.
Do not dwell on this, my king. You could not have known.
Pray let me remain Roland to you if no one else. The crown rests heavy upon my brow.
Of course. Then let us speak as equals. As friends.
That is all I ask. Vengeance blinded me, Aranoa. I was willing to do whatever it took to settle the score and save my sister. I thought defeating Esfrost would be enough. That I could restore both my kingdom and people to their former glory.
And you have, true to your word.
But at what cost? Those children are orphans now. Who knows how many others have suffered the same fate? How many innocent lives will be lost? How many people will I fail to protect?
This is not your burden to bear alone. I was there beside you, and yet the outcome was the same.
Bear it I must, else I will be doomed to repeat it. Where you offer comfort, I see only excuses. Yet I remain every inch the fool. For my hatred of Esfrost grows with each passing second. It is those dogs who must answer for this. Our people would still be whole if not for the misbegotten war they started.
And you have lost your family too. I cannot deny you the rage you feel.
You are always kind to me. In my heart of hearts, I know Glenbrook cannot truly be fixed. Perhaps it was broken from the start. We must rebuild our nation from the ground up if we are to set things right.
How do you mean?
We need something the people can rally around. Like the Hyzantians and their goddess.
And we have you, King Roland.
Yes, I thought so too. But I alone, nay, not even the royal line can.
Forgive me, Your Highness, but Frederica and Benedict have returned.
I think it would be wise to finish this conversation with the others.
I feel the same. Thank you for allowing me to speak my mind.
You needn't thank me. Rather, are you sure you're...
All is well. Trust me. So long as you are by my side.
Roland, Benedict, and Frederica regroup back in the capital. But what they experienced while they were away could very well alter the course of destiny itself.
What is so important you wish to speak to me alone?
Lord Serenoa, promise me you will remain calm. I come bearing grave news. Your Lord Father has passed.
What? But how? I thought he was recovering.
It was not the illness that took him, my lord. He was assassinated.
Assassinated?
Forgive me. I was unable to stop the villain.
Who would send someone to kill my father? And why?
It was Patriot of the Royalists. He believes House Wolford a hindrance to King Roland's rule. No doubt he meant to kill both you and your father in one fell swoop.
A hindrance?
I can assure you His Majesty knew nothing of this. But disclosing the truth would put us in a precarious position. At worst, it could lead to civil war. It is best you hide the fact of Lord Simon's assassination.
You want me to say he succumbed to his illness? How can I pay respect to my father with such lies on my lips?
My lord, your father entrusted me with one final order.
What did he say?
He asked me to tell you the truth.
The truth about what?
I ask you to listen calmly, my lord. You are not Lord Simon's son by blood. Your true father is King Regna. His Majesty sired a child out of wedlock with the Lady Destra. That child is you. Lady Destra lived in the Crown City, but she was not a woman of means. Someone of her position could never hope to marry a king. Or indeed keep her head once the Royalists discovered what had happened. Lord Simon knew this, and so he welcomed her and the baby in her belly to House Wolford. He and I were the only two who knew her secret. We had intended to carry it with us to our graves. But in his last moment, Lord Simon bade me give this to you.
The royal signet of Glenbrook.
King Regna entrusted it, and you, to Lord Simon, as proof of your place in the royal line.
Is this truly who I am?
I know it may be difficult to accept.
No, I believe it. I have never known you to speak false to me. Thank you for telling me what my father wished me to know.
You would still call him father?
He raised me as his own. And besides, I must keep up the pretense in front of the others. Especially in front of Roland. This stays between us, Benedict. We must keep the truth of my parentage and this ring safe.
Of course, my lord, as you command.
Serenoa, I would speak with you before we meet with the others.
Is something the matter? I was led to believe the Rosellan village escaped all but unscathed.
Pray, look at this.
A book?
We recovered it from a band of brigands. It once belonged to the Esfrosti archives. It was authored by one Orlea, my mother. Inside is the truth about the Roselle. Nay, about all Norzelia.
The truth? How would your mother have that knowledge?
The Rosellan people have long passed down the secret of the salt. My mother was a chosen keeper of that history. In ancient times, the Roselle lived in the southernmost reaches of Norzelia, in a place called Centralia. It is said Centralia was on the shore of a vast expanse of salt water they called the sea. Back then, the Norzelia we know was at the bottom of that sea, but a cataclysm dried up all the water, and thus this land came to be. The salt crystallized and sank into the earth, the very earth we now walk upon.
Salt beneath our feet.
After the cataclysm, only one small lake of salt remained. War raged on and on as people fought to control it. The Roselle tried to stop the fighting by digging up a giant pillar of salt to show everyone the secret they had long kept. But Hyzant, whose power over Norzelia came from controlling the lake and the salt it produced, could not allow the truth to get out. They captured the Roselle, branded them criminals who tried to seize control of the salt for themselves, and confined them to the lake.
And what of the pillar?
Hyzant stole it and hid it, inside the very statue of the goddess that towers over the source.
How can you be certain?
During the uprising, my mother broke the statue and recovered a fragment of the pillar within.
The salt crystal found in the Rosellan village. Incredible. If what you say is true, the teachings are a lie. This will shake Hyzant to its very foundations.
And we would be able to free the Roselle from their imprisonment at the source.
With so much at stake, we must be careful in what we do now. Frederica, I would ask for more time to think this through.
Of course. I have every faith in House Wolford. And in you.
That is the extent of what happened during our various endeavors. The passing of my Lord Father, the Royalist scandal, and the book that revealed the truth about the Roselle and the salt. It is time we consider what we shall do to overcome these obstacles facing us.
I still cannot believe how quickly Lord Simon's condition worsened.
It is most devastating. Serenoa, did your father say nothing else to you? Before he
bade me lead House Wolfort well.
I see. Then we must all do what we can to help you honor that request.
Your Majesty, what do you plan to do about the Royalists who misappropriated supplies?
As far as I've been able to discern, those involved acted out of greed and self-interest. They must all be punished. Nothing less than exile from the kingdom or execution will suffice.
But there are those among them who support the Glenbrook line. Will that not impact your governance?
Perhaps. But to pardon their crimes would kindle the people's ire. We must make an example of them. To appease the people. To make clear the consequences of engaging in such foolhardy behavior.
Did something else happen in the capital, King Roland?
Nothing you need concern yourself with. But I must say, I was shocked to learn of that Rosellan legend. Do you suppose the contents of that book could be true?
The part about their homeland, Centralia, that sits upon a vast saltwater sea? That of the untapped salt crystals beneath Norzelia? Or that, in order to monopolize the salt trade, Hyzant fabricated the Roselle's sins? That the pillar of salt Hyzant stole from the Roselle is hidden within the statue of the goddess? If any of it is true, it would turn everything we know on its head. It would mean the teachings of the Holy State are not but lies.
It does sound unbelievable, but we have already seen part of this legend for ourselves.
The crystal from the Rosellan village?
That crystal is a fragment from the pillar within the statue of the goddess. One my mother obtained during the uprising.
It fits perfectly.
Apparently, Lady Orlea penned the book detailing the legend for Frederica.
She did. She enchanted it so no one could open it, but left me the key to break the spell. This pendant.
I doubt a mother would go to such lengths to lie to her daughter.
Then we agree the legend contains at least a seed of truth.
Your Majesty, we have received word that the survivors of the Duchy's army are amassing.
What? Where?
At the Grand Norzelian mines. But we cannot be sure what they are doing. None of our scouts have returned.
These frosty dogs. We will speak later, Serenoa. First, we must put down whatever the Duchy is planning at the mines. I need you and your people beside me.
Of course. We shall ready ourselves for the battle at once.
Extraction is nearly finished. We've secured the amount we were told. Seems such a waste to just leave the rest.
Don't think Archduke Gustadolf gives two shites. Hurry it up. We need to be done here before Glenbrook catches on to us.
Sir.